So when I was in Taiwan, one of the high Gigin Chimola professor told him something. So he told when you teach in there's three things you should scared of. Do you have any idea what is the three things can scared of? So I'm not scared of the usually people scared of, but I have another things to scared. So the three things to scared of according to him. First, I began to teach. He is scared of maybe no listeners. I usually don't scared of this. So I'm not scared of this because I teach to one person 2,000. I used to teach, so and my purpose of teach is to benefit one person is good enough. Therefore, I'm not scared of this. So second, he said he's scared of because maybe they will be sleep. I don't scared of this. So if my speaker makes sleep, that's okay. So nowadays many people can't sleep. So so if my speech makes sleeping pill like that kind of, that's okay. That's also benefit. The third one, he's scared people go to toilet and then not come back. And one by one, and then finally it's nobody. I'm not scared of this. Because some people have no time, some people have health issues, and some people don't not interested. So if it's not interested, you don't need a force to interest. Better to go, whenever is suitable time. These three things he's scared of is something I'm not scared of. But I also have three things to scared of. After I be careful thought, then I realize I also have three things to scared of. The first one, I thought maybe I can not express properly, so people have a misunderstanding what I'm saying. If people don't understand, that's okay, but If they understood wrongly, that's more dangerous, especially if it instructions, something like that, that's even worse. Second one, can you guess? So maybe make some bad perpensations to others. So that's his scared of. So I'm not the purified or affliction, that kind of enlightened being. So as long as not like that, then everybody has this full forces of the speech. If somebody develops some kind of bias, attachment, aversion, that kind of develop by my speech, this is dangerous. So a good propensity is not easy to transmit. So the bad propensities is very easy to transmit. So there's one Giluk Palama called Janton Tambajamso. So he said, if I do good behavior and practice chant dharma or something, it's not easy to transmit others. Sometimes if I criticize others, even is a joke, that is very easy to transmit others. So then people use that as a real criticism to others. So if that happened, this propensity transmitted, this is the opposite of the purpose of the teaching. So my personality, when I'm young, I'm very critical to others. So since I start teaching, I always try to reduce my the personality, but sometimes, of course, naturally come a little bit. So I always try to respect and inspire all the Nyangma teachings. So whatever situation you can look as a roughly perspective, or you can investigate more the other side. I try to do both of them. So when we investigation, and then you have to also think about the opposite direction. Also need the critical way. Therefore, sometimes naturally come out from the mouth these criticals. So when people listen not very carefully, they don't take very well, and then becomes a problem. So this critique is we consider as like a investigation, then is okay. But if we take as like a real judgment, then is a problem. This is the I'm most scared of. So what can you guess that last problem? So the Eastern and the West, these people way of thinking is very different. So when I discuss with Western people, it seems like they don't understand the way of my thinking. So the Eastern people, it seems like know what I'm thinking. Most of, especially the Chinese people, understand. So the Chinese people is very clever, and so that's why it's quite dangerous to they know exactly what people are thinking. If I question these three, if this is a question to the Chinese people, I believe that most of them they realize what I'm thinking. Perhaps maybe if they know the person, they maybe they can guess what is in mind. Tibetans, they don't realize what I'm thinking. So the third I scared of is maybe I make unhealthy your body. So that's I'm scared of. Maybe 1 or 2 days, maybe okay, but 4 or 5 days, that kind of teachings, if people persistently try to be patient, maybe make some causes of the health problem. So when I teach Tibetans, I don't scare this third one. So the most of Tibetans have a habit to and like to sit longer. So some people cannot stay very long. That kind of people are forced to stay longer. Sometimes they cause some health problems. So also some people have very fixed with routines. That kind of people have if you change it that routine, then sometimes they have cause problems.
Kaya kaya jun dumba na to ni dumba ka pa ma to ko tro re tang le ka jam bala nyang lo ka ni sema ji ta kan do ji ta ji yo le penda ho ji na he yang ya ko mu du
There's a Tibetan saying, the Dharma didn't, chanting Dharma didn't benefit, but the sound of the bells made some problems to others.
Tro de jin de dong da na ti dra de yang ka bre ma da zo la chora mo de shong yo sang ha xin du.
So if we play the bell always, sometimes this causes problems to others. Not many, but sometimes happens. So now we going to the actual teaching. So the all structures, did we finish or up to where?
No, we're just finished the monasteries. So we're up to the main tantric schools. Yidam deity. We're on 5. Ngapa.
Huh?
Ngapa.
Ngapa finish or ngapa?
Ngapa haven't done.
Ngata non sakmis.
Ngapa to chujin so so tin sal ta wi khong da wo jiddi ta gang dang dang tang mo chute.
So the 5th is which tradition? The main deity, practice of the main deity is what? About?
But then Sakya banda wo yin na. So the yang pen ni dang tani jie do ji de.
Yang did
Yang tak dang perwa.
Oh.
Tani jie do ji.
Yang tang Rimé Rimé.
Vaja herka dam yang nan.
Vajraherka and Vajrakalaya is the Heba Vajra is the Sakya's main deities.
Yang tak dang perwa ni ka to Sakya ge yap chu di ni. Korang so pami ngma ge chilip yin de dio.
The Vajrakalaya and Vajraherka is they saying the regional of the practices.
Korang tu logi na ngata na Sakya ge khong ge chimthang di na lo la yang pren ni ge ti nang ge perwa la tba thoba pe ma bu.
So if we look at the Sakya family land and these two Vajra deities, the practices, and especially the Vajrakalaya, they really focused.
Lo chi ga nang lo la dandu me sa da par ti yo ma ri da dab du yong kan yang yo de da wa chi la de ba jing kan perwa ta su yo.
So within 1 year, at least they have 7 days extensive retreat practice, but also sometimes they have a month of the retreat every year.
这个perwa de la ta wi ka de jipa na wo ma da wa mang bo ji yo de ti nang ge ga na so Sakya perwa khon ge ti din khon korang su ma chang go jipa de la yang pe ma se bi nganjir kwa mi nang ge ta chim bo ji ge ni ho yo.
So in general, there's a few types of the Vajrakalaya, but the Sakya Khon family, they have specific Vajrakalaya they focus on.
Nungun chujen phabi kabla Sakya ge perwa ge mali ge kor ti ri nyam da yo sare ta par mali ta po mun chu pi li de ga kor ta ti ri nyam song yo sare.
During the Dromgon Chujya Phagwa time, they may be lost a little bit about some part of the Vajrakalaya practice.
Ni nungun chujen phaba korang ge karsen ngin de jipa de yong kan jing na pango jing na da ba jing na da te mo ka dang ka san da de na ka ba la ma to ma chu ta ni je ge yin di ni korang ge atik jam ni pe chan du.
So Dromgon Chujya Phagwa, he say, if anybody has this transformation, regardless what kind of person, even beggar or crazy person, I'm going to receive from this teaching. So and he searched very seriously. Later on, he found somebody to receive from.
Pango dan kangso sayang long ba di on de nyomba kongso timo te ge yore nyomba di ke jolo nyomba di lawe one kanda ji ke de te ge yang ni khana kanda ji sho song wa de.
As crazy is actually my exaggeration, because I always teasing the Sakyavas, say, if somebody crazy a person you find, what are you going to do? But Nongun Chuje Papa, he himself really said beggar or anybody.
Ni jima kongso Nongun Chuje Papa kabla kongrang tu phurwi chur kurta yapo nyangso tamdus.
So then during Nongun Chuje Papa, he realized that Vajakalaya teachings properly.
Then mazak sacha pandita Kong la ngaren bochi shape ngoma jagal ki tanda yopa laga top tani tigang ni kong poyi la gerus
ngaren bochi
shape kong ngaren
bochi shape probably
proba oi proba tawi jet ku shape
and also the Sakya Pandita, he founded the Vajakalaya text written by Guru Rinpoche himself. And so he found this, and then he translated, and yeah.
Tambo santiti ki nyangba de la thoba dang nyam de Sakya Pandita ha jang gani nanjur ba ji khriyong di kabla ti ki nyangbo tanda chi pe mas bi kombo ta chi bo re chi ti lu ji ro nang dang nga so so je ke di da di kong pu na ji ni so je chimbo ji ni. This is the
Vajakalaya root text, one of the yogi Brenin, and then Sakya Pandita, he was overjoyed, and he asked, even say, please you wait, we have to receive this properly. And then he, so many people are doing with incense and like this way, were coming and received very officially, formal way.
The Sakya Pandita point jir. Ni ji Sakya amni jeb de the program Jachimbo tree. Shending young Perim Jachimbo Jiba Jishang Jiba.
Then Sakya Pandita took very seriously, and he translated, and then amni chirigo. Amnesia called the person is from the Kwan family. He wrote extensive commentary as well.
Any Kwan to the Sakya Konjikan Lola, young Pernega, Dinanga Pravata, Shendani Jang Tachimbo, Jindo, Konatum Konji in the Machapakin Kandanati.
So therefore, the Kwan family is the Yantap and the Parva, the both is they take serious, but even more specially, Parva they take very seriously.
The
Yantak Vajaherika, I haven't seen any commentaries, but they obviously they practice it. So small commentaries and how to practice those things exist. Perhaps people didn't read it because there is a commentary by Guru Rinpoche about like 200 pages. That kind of is already exist a long time ago. So Guru Rinpoche himself, his main deities is that's Vajaherika and Vajakalaya. Also, for that reason, the Nyangmapa also these two is considered very important deities.
Yinna yang parwala nam dira shendani jang mambo yore.
So they have a lot of commentaries of the Parva.
Yang taga na kalwa chatni dade.
So Yantak Tantra don't have commentaries in Myanmar.
Jima mopa
Nyingma Sakya.
Myanmar.
Sakyang nyong de nyingma yang nyong de. Da nyenyi de dam de.
Yes, and Sakya also very little, and Myanmar is almost nothing.
Tani jima mapam rambuche la tegdi mapam rambuche ge yang tak sang de yang tak sing de la so mambo ji kongum za yong ari ma to ti ngona da ge nyingma gum za ba ge yang tak ko shin de nyong.
After Mapam Rinpoche, he wrote more texts, but before that is almost nothing, very rare.
지기지나 양다 그 탐몽마임 비 조름도 상바지 제근도 저거양이 맞아.
So there is a possibility why is so little because there is a custom the Yangtak's practice is very secret.
다만인디 당거는 뭐 제가 송도 제침보다 지바요바 그 양바자 그 텔리사티 멀고 그 삼니 그 자자가이 나 하고.
So another possibility, because Guru Rinpoche's commentary is very detailed, so the others think they cannot make any better than his, so maybe they just leave it as it.
Oh yeah. Ni jodur ke korla sacha bag. Kersam taksam dao to dao tanda di.
Kersam taksam.
Oh yeah. Tani jodur ke jit tanda ke sambata tang tak agar tapas sambata adur jikir ke jit.
당연히 저번에 기름식
jodur ke jit samyo nari.
Oh, so the Hevajra, there's 3 types of Hevajras exist in Sakya tradition. These 3 texts also have commentaries a long time ago. So even today, the most detailed commentaries and specialist to the Hevajra is meant to be the Sakya.
Setangga tadaga ta geligi na da kwaji na da jonang na da sangmala jiodul du yina yang ta jiodul ke jilam jira je dang duptap je la so kwa ta so sangma da satya kharang amsar ji didayo ko.
So in general, there's Kaji and Jonang Gelu, all of them, they have the Hevajra, but more emphasize is custom in Sakya tradition. So then the 6th is what is the main deity? This is already we talked because when we talk about what Tantra, then the what deity is belong to this, as we already said. This 5th and 6th is together. So Yantak Parva Chekdor, these 3 deities, these 3 Tantras belong to these 3 deities.
Sorry. You said there were 3 types of Hevajra, but you didn't say which 3 types. I didn't hear.
There's 3 names, but I don't know how to It's just names, 3 names.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter.
Tani Chirdola Tanago Lictrunda Ochina Lictur Kachindu.
The Hevajra have different customs. How to practice? Namely, chest and Dora.
Money, Lictur, Jibba
Of Jitpa. Or there's three lineages, three different lineages of the Hevajra practice.
Children Mangal Ligidios.
The pith instruction of the lineage of the Hevajra.
Children Romba Ligidios.
Children come from Dombaba lineage.
Children Torchi Ligidios.
The Hevajra come from the lineage of Turkey.
Children Nabu Ligidios.
Also, the Hevajra come from Nakpo.
The children the Chadang the Sakya Bala Yuari.
These all lineages exist in Sakya tradition.
Tinangu children Mangal Litoso Chekios.
The most they emphasize on is the Hevajra come from with pith instruction.
And the children Lucia the Gayana, children Toba Jen, you Tanda, Shala Toba Zong.
So these all of them four different lineages. The deity is the same as Kirdur Tobachen, which means holding the scarf. This Hevajra.
Yamba children Sunjet and the Shanam Sunjana Tozon can
Another Hevajra to hold many other weapons.
Shamba Gorgical, so children Sunjet and the Jacob.
So in general, that Shampa Kagyupa practices this Kirdur who hold many weapons.
Tani Sajabag Idam Tachi. Kalun captured ma Narun captured Narubani Yin captured the Lato Jekali.
So the Dakini is the main Dakini is captured ma the Vaja
Yokini.
Vajayog.
Yokini.
Vajayogini come from the Naropa.
Sakya Sanga a Digbonda will love the Kavla. Tanaga Kachumi Lixurta Narubagal Homa Jana Maganang and Kantariano or Pamtang Basibola Anangi. The knee such a balaji, such a Gucci in love.
So when Sakyapa express their pride, they say this Vajrayogini teaching is Naropa didn't give anybody else, only when Sakya Lama gave this teaching. So this is the very unique teachings.
And such a bagananga, Mama captured my dreamy Jalila paper Pemabudu.
So before long time ago, there is many Sakyapas become a rainbow body through these practices.
And such a Goma Namgananga Sunam Timona Wachina, Congo, Jinda Soji with Chevy Chong and the Chetney, and Namkalam Perni.
So, for instance, the Sakya Sonam Temo, he practiced this and then he went through the sky with his dog.
Oh, yeah. Tambo captured my Cardina, don't the such a Nanker don't check out no teething them and that didn't do. Capture Pevata, Tama Chibari, now don't shut down the teething them that didn't do.
So, the story, even in Sakya, within Sakya tradition, they have a little bit different stories, but they all agree to went to sky.
Capture me mood of good and that hoping and good so that 상말란 제적이 공리가 송리기다 또 상말이 똑바리 삼니마 이게 아니 남나 책이 정정도 요노 진도 승능도 요 띠갑좀이 된다가 디다 자자니 아니 때다냠도 야가리 때달람 그냥도.
So one of the stories said that he has substance inside of the scarf, and he gave many people, but they all thought it's so dirty and terrible, so they couldn't eat. They throw away, and then the dog eat it. Therefore, dog later on can travel with him.
잠바게 라프탄라 코는 그 그거 티어게 다나그 체지요 와 그거 티노 동바 티는 그 체的티체的초동năng 알리죠 초동능 알리죠 이 잡sel라다디 그 라마다 베타치 모인다나 다나지나 지그런 거 말이 겐데 바이르 냠보리 삼니마 이게 자가리 이게 자디 가블 저거 된다면 요다 저거 던 통니 되게 냠든도 자가리 된 다나그 저거 냠든도 와도 찍바리 상마다네 나 롱다올라 남다 카시지도.
So some other stories they say he's washing hands and washing body. This dirty water he gave to the attendants and say you put this in the food or the monks eating. This big chozan is a very big pot for enough for all the monks. He said, put inside this, and then this attendants thought, he's a great lama, but maybe this is too much because the monks is a sangha. This sangha is very holy, so maybe this is too much, and he thought that, and then he throw away, so the dog is eat this. So that's why everybody has agree the dog has attainments with him.
He's namkanin jashalda di jag kitang shiri kiyang labiori tada ji ma chare oni kompeb ji ni atangwa ji shogdi di da don dum kan ya ma de chega chi boji ji sum dang chega dang kan ya kan do ya gari labdo.
So later on the stories they say sometimes say rainbow ladder coming through the sky, or some people say the ladders made from coral or whatever is when yes, he said, "Oh, everybody come! It's time to go heaven." And then he went to the ladder, but nobody couldn't come and that ladder except the dog.
So
that means maybe the best disciple is the dog. Oh, so therefore, Dr. Jimmy Tambinyama, he saying anything surrender Lama is the projection of the enlightened being. So therefore, I even take refuge the dog of the Jiao Chenzi Rinpoche. So one way is could be a joke, but one way is really true. So another Sakya was unique Yidam deities, 13 golden texts has related with another 13 deities.
So no context.
So if we talk about every details, maybe we have not time, but the story is similar of what we have said. So if we have time in the future later, in a few days, you can question me, I can tell you more. So today, if we talk 13 types of instruction, then probably the time is finished. So the seventh is the Dharma protectors. The custom called big Mahakala and small Mahakala. So some people say the Mahakala Kar and Mahakala Jar. Jar Jora. 4 faces.
Oh yeah. 그래서 요도 다 공부 그렇게 짓나 아 내가 지어돌지 아 나도지 그렇게 짓나 송요 바그 나보 친구 피아니 바다랑데
So Mahakala Kar means the tantra of Kar described this Mahakala black. Great black.
tani paranggun jarje tayang jiddi na songme go ida andi songma chide.
So another one Mahakala 4 faces also according to the Tantrayana. These 2 is the main protectors.
Sakya kyuzo omanda oda tetu dabo.
There's another protector for Sakya, everyone, called Tetu Dakpo.
Tetu dabo mangta ni da ji ona yabi ni da ni da na ji yo de.
So
下面刚里里见得上来，下面把个刚里里见得的。
So this Tetu Dakpo, sometimes they say the brother and sister, sometimes they say the wife and husband or whatever say is basically they are skeletons.
Tetu dabo the no so the tina yang Pojin nam tanga songma kin sao to de ni thangma ga ko ji ji do.
These protectors, if we ask anybody, outsiders, they realize because it's a little bit strange. So everybody realized. Because they are skeletons, no zero muscles and.
The 2 skeletons dancing.
Oh yeah.
Ah yeah. What's the name? Name again?
Tetu Dakpo. Tetu means like cemetery. Dakpo means the owner of the cemetery. Yeah, it is a protector of the Chakra Sambara protector.
Tani Sakya ga narom kapchun dong go yo kapchun ma de da kholo do ba gi jiddi ga nam chong wa ri da de ni ka ya bi kapchun ma dang kholo do ba ga song ma yin ba da tim ji ba gi chok pi ba da
So this narom kapchun, before we talk about this dakini is part of the Chakra Sambara. So therefore there's some kind of relevant between. Another protector, they have called Nojin Pakti. So there's a saying, Pakti is like a minister of the 4 face of the Mahakala.
Tani tanda ka phirwa ka songma kar chamtre de ji kar mu nyudi thon thang chen daw de je thopin thong a chen ni ka yang chok
Kar mo chamtra.
kar
Chamtra.
kar mu nyudi thon thang chen di thum to kar bo ga thamo chi ga so bola nyida stongum songa kun de un tanda si yo.
Another one, there's Karmonir Di Thontra, as a female form, has like kind of sun, 1,000 suns ornaments like mala. Mexico.
제가 그제 토비 통화 견디다 가르디나 만나 보지가 따나 보지를 간 그거 당라 안내가 토박은 통할 건데.
So the other one is a male form, black and riding horse and wearing this skeleton mala.
다들 프로바가 송마 또 인사리.
They are seems like protector of the Mahakala.
프로바.
Yeah.
어디?
Sorry, Wajakala.
다니까 엄마 닝마가 나올라 뒤에 같이 사자 같이 라지바 차송니 이마 사자니 들어 지바 랑니
닝마니 쓰라.
말이고 사자가 닝마니 들어 말이 닝마가 사자니 들어 랑 근데 닝마가 지바 대한 사자는 데래요
So 닝마니 용 그때 닝마니 차송 간 사자니 들어. So this is all come from first of course 닝마 but then 닝마 lost this connection. And later on, they realized they have Sakya, have this connection, so the Nyama was received from the Sakya. So nowadays, the Sakya, they call two palaces of Sakya. One is the Pansok Palace, and the other one is the Dorma Tara Palace. So Pansok Bautrang's the protector is the Lamo Magzorma. Rimat. The Tara Palace, the protector is Tse Marpo, the usually Nyama protector. Tse Marpo. Samar.
Samartang, Setaptang, Pakti, Toto Tama, the more chin, the Lang Japido, Jivitan.
Samarta Vaxeda. Set up the Rangunagut.
Tomorrow. Golok set up.
Oh, man, set up the Samar and the Vakti and the set up these three, they are. Oh, they are inseparable different aspects. Halong Japidolji said they are same nature and three aspects. Because they had behind information from the Tantra, so therefore he referred to this Tantra. So any of the Tibetan traditions, if you don't have this referring to the Vajrayana Git, then you don't never consider as main protectors. Most, all of them is come from India. So then in Tibet they have some kind of lord for the location. Different locations and different families protectors and the different palaces protectors. All these things is you cannot consider the lineage protectors. So the 8 is what is the main text, the tradition. So The main text, of course, Giba d'origine marmo kakazra. Okay. The main text, of course, the commentary of the Hevajra. Oh, really? Because this name Gipa Dorje is the same, how God get by call. Then Sakya was called Hevajra. So it's the same meaning, different names. Because when they translated, they translated a little bit differently. Oh, nowadays, when we Dharma translate into the English, we have many different ways to translate. When they translate into the Chinese, also one deity, different translators made different names. So also somewhere it says that Yangta Herka also is aspect of the Hevajra. So Nyangmapa's one of the main deity is the Yangta Herka. So Mupam he said that they are same nature, different aspects. So they looks they are seems like similar. There is the different the expressions and the what is the holding implements is not same. The mantra is the same. So how to practice the completion stage is the same. So the retinues of the 8 goddesses is same. So therefore, it seems like really they are same. Of course, same. If Jimapam said he never mistakes. So this Hevajra commentary, Sachin Ganganyangpo himself made 11 commentaries. Ganganyang So all these commentaries, if you small category, then is one is teaching for public, one is teaching for small group. So the text, the quantity is not same, and how many empowerments performed is not same. So, in my perspective, before the teachings for the public and the small group, only difference is the Peter instructions.
롭셋 상그 롭셋 나오지나 이 저도 담저요 바가 이게 정말 냠도 마보 야야야니 아니 또 롭셋 디다디 지바로 차통하다 속셋도 뭐멍랍셋 요답디와 지다디 가르디나 셋도니 단다지 치샤디 나선당 접선 디바도 차지 그때가 르스 차통도
later on they put for the summer grove ones they put all together these different commentaries so they can go details. But for the big public, they made simple and not many it put together. Therefore, becomes differences. So there is a way of Taranatha's explaining. This is I really trust.
Taranatha Songtang Tela Mama Tendegi Luxurpe Mamboji Yomari Labios.
Taranatha said long time ago, we don't have that many customs.
Luxuri Kong Kapdela Tarson, the Ni Kapdela, the Taranatha Koran Kapla Taradis.
So some of the customs only began to during my time. That's Taranatha said.
Mama Sokja Dang Hosek Nika, Icha Tang Chikatang Na Songo Yona Yang, Tamanga Kushatri Dang, Yang Jongsha Tang Deni, Karina Tanti Mambuko Nishatang, the Tanag Riganida inside.
It seems like the different way of teachings. One is like following more Peter's instructions, and one is more follow logical reasons and more commentaries.
Momanda was in such a Conlig Lamdi, the Jitang, Morlig Lamdi, the Jitang, Zombie Lamdi, the Jitang, Tanati Lamdi look to Georgia than to yourself.
Seems like before they have a different ways of Lamdi, Konluk and Zongluk and so forth. Seems like they have 18 different ways.
Dam Driva Rela, Driva Japang Manda, the Hopset down, Soshet Dini, Dear Yuare, Samni, me Tendala, some on the Gyo, Mato, Tanganga, with the Dignama board, the Pastor Ayuare, some to me.
So, in my perspective, I think the different commentaries. So then they made the name say this is for public teaching, this is for a brief audience. I think this way is not thinking like nowadays. You all commentaries put it together, and this is for public teaching.
When Jutin Tarana Tando, Nadam Kanjin Long Jam so down Jutin Doran Balas, Bambo, and then Sachi Chukushin, and Yamambo Tungan, young colleague now Chimbo Jen, show some Malong Bag, Tandagam Kyo Chimbo Juris.
So, for example, Jiptan Taranatha, he received many teachings from Sakya, teachings from Kanchin Norik Jamso and Dorang Wakanga Jamson, and many other Sakya lamas. And himself is incredible, intelligent, and also he's a very unbiased person.
A conic Sacham Conic Lamdi, Lama Tamasunam Jamtang and Jirati, the Mangal Conic.
So, according to Taranatha, there's one teaching from Lama Tamasunam Jamson. Lama Tamasunam Jamson's teaching. He thinks this is the most Peter instruction way. Mangara. So nowadays Sakya put that in the public teaching. So because if you put this in the public teaching, all the instructions inside there, so then it becomes like the public teaching and the brief audience teaching is becomes like same.
Hindi socha na lobje ne kala mangla chabar me ba chagdi igna mangyong bi chabar di yang wona da changlo.
And therefore nowadays, if according to nowadays, and then the teachings of the public and the brief audience teachings is only you can differentiate. Only one have more text, one have less. That's all. So the empowerment is very different. That is the real truth. So there is a visualization of the protections for Barwajide, the Tripchin Barwa he gave. That is the difference. This is not given in the public, so this is only difference. This is one the teachings about the concept, the female form, Dagamo. That is not in the public teaching. So long time ago, it seems like they're giving this empowerment to the public, but seems like nowadays they're not given. So I compared other people's receiving notes, other lamas receiving notes, and then seems like they did in the past this empowerment on the public. So and the Sakyapas always have external, internal, other kind of many ways of teaching. So perhaps maybe they have some good reasons, something I don't know.
Lama tamba sunam jam sang tree the manga ka tree yamba indi the parchir social gamang particular yingo ada uchi de.
So Lama Tamba Sonam Jamsen's teaching is Peter's instruction. So this is seems like should be the most important the Peter's instruction for the brief the small audience, secret audience.
Tani Lama Tamba Sunam Jamsala Jonatara Nataka Kanala Yoridina. Jonatara Nataka Lama Tamba Sunam Jamsan the Stinging Congo don't get dear.
So Taranatha said that Lama Sonam Jamsen is firstly he is the come from Khon family.
Nibat Lamdi Lam Kibare they are.
Secondly, he is very scholar with Lamdi.
Somebody Congo Lamdi Tobam Chodan the Lamdi Toba Jilla Hium can Tanaji.
So thirdly, he has a realization and attainment of the Lamdi, not just a scholar. So therefore, the Lamdi from the Khon lineage, Khon family should be the best referring to him. So from the other lineages traditions, perspective, the Lama Dama Sonam Tsemo, Sonam Jamsen respect more than the five patriarchs of the Sakya.
Lama Dama Sonam Jamsen the Konik Chulik Risamacha Pala, Kanadina Tanang Jinkan, Yamlin Jinkan, Roba Jinkan, Tanakirin.
Because that Lama Dama Sonam Jamsen is he always have a pure vision or pure perception of all the other traditions and practices, and he helps everyone.
Korangal Homayang Tangme Pati Kibachimbo Tang, Traptop that Tangme Ba, Children of Zanda, Yang Yori, Sajati Buma.
So he has very great disciples, the realize it and attainments, that kind of great disciples in other traditions, not only in Sakya.
Sakya Korang Odonjid, Tendayani.
He is the family land of the Kon, but also he is officially Sakya Tenzin.
Rekongu Shoko Bena Bumbo to so, Saji Shoko Bumbo to so, Parola, Wanchagan Tap to the Shondi Kavla, Kongo, Chulgla, Wanchagan Tap to Shona Yabo Mari, Sakya Wancha Toma, the Conto Piajo, Tangana to Chubaga Toya Mari, the Kongo Piajo.
So once they have conflicts between Rekong and Sakya, and then he said, we shouldn't fight for Dharma authorities, so Dharma practitioners should not fight for authorities, so we should give all of authorities to them, and he just offered them.
Tikawla, Zambag and Nikari na Kong Zutamkan, Zala, Gilliam with two Zitang Damba, Pala, Terla, Siwajina, Pala, Siwa Majinkan, Terudana, Para Landmadim Cantanadi.
So he is a great patience and tolerance and forgiveness, and he is a Gevyon Chuje. So these four things, if they criticize you, you don't criticize back. This kind of four is he able to practice.
Nicola Homayana, Pukangela, Yong set up in Kibachimbo, Yong Doctor.
So he has a great disciples, well known for throughout the Tibet, that kind of Panias 3. So early stage of his the best disciple is like Torpo Chonong Torpo Shirab Jansen. And also he has the Nyangma great Lonchinpa. So and then later of his life has an incredible disciple, that's Jitsongkapa.
Oh, Sajagum Kongo Lajina, the Liga Karadina Shanti Tunji Chimbo, the Naga Humayunkan, and you know the Yoma. So
almost nobody has like that kind of disciple, like a pioneerist, only him.
Karanso Pagum Konji Lamata Pantoko Yundenda, Chabrio Jimari Dana, Tambala, Shaji Anamar, so much of Marjan Tigo, Lord G, the one that they already, which have a chimbo.
So all the great Sakyapas, maybe they don't have superior and inferior in the attainments, but how appears to the world and how affect to the this is in the history. There's differences. Therefore, I think this Taranatha praise him is really accurate. So also there's in Sakya some other category called Zompa.
Dongpa Sakya Gongma Nam Galagayoma, Sakya Gongma Nam Tiglakayo.
So the Dongpapas, they not say the five patriarchs of Sakya, they call six patriarchs of Sakya.
Lama Tamasunam Jamson, Karadina, Konagum Zaban Sili Kangichani and Gongman, no, than that is in it, Gongma Nam Tigini.
Because the Lama Tamasunam Johnson is his benefits of the Dharma is definitely equal of the Sakya patriarchs. So then they put in equal position. So they call six patriarchs. So I lost a little bit for a while when I'm talking the text. So I have a great respect of the Lama Sunam Jamson, so that therefore that happened. Sorry.
Oh, you just don't know that I ate it and I go. Lamdi nowadays.
So the main text, of course, the Lamdi.
You don't go such a no show and out another time me by your famous to keep among Shong. A young Tamagum, you are sending in your mambo. You are Alberto, take a love young Jella, touching Georgia, the Corando, John Richmond, Georgia, love young Jella.
So in general, the Sakya come so many great scholars. So that's why they have so many texts, and we cannot talk all of them. But there's they themselves, the categories. There's great commentaries of 18. So they study as 18 texts. They have that custom.
Captigla Gumba chicken and la Rigby need Jella young canter Sakya nowadays.
So only Sakyapa has in one monastery you can study the 10 subjects.
10 subjects?
Yeah, 10 subjects. You don't know? So the 10 subjects in the Buddhism, and on the 5 subjects in Buddhism, and then put add you this 5 normal subject.
Oh, the second, yeah. Minor, yeah.
Minor subject and the major subject. So later on, Nyama's mentor Lang has this 10 subject. So the Karjiba's Papam monastery also has once have a 10 subject. So quite real in Tibet, one monastery have the 10 subject. So within the Gelug tradition, the Amdokta Shincher means the Labrang monastery has 10 subject. Especially if we need the performance subject in monastic life is a little bit strange. Because that ordained monks, if they have to perform and singing, is a contradiction of the monastic rules. So this performance is the one of the 10 subjects. So therefore, Lavrang Tashincher thought about a lot of this matter.
누가 그 참다고 기다디 곰박형나 잡지 용캔 주소자.
So they put the Malariba's story as a performance.
tani tanda 그 공탕상가 송나 누가 그러정 tanda 지비요래.
So there is one performance subject in Gongtang's teachings.
tanda 그 상마도 남비 정당 મંગર바 다 칠달per신 누가라 때니 칠달per지 답시 주당요.
So the solution is through the performance something to do with the Buddhism.
다신 제가 이제 배웠요. 다신 제가 단다게 처럼 공부도 답지. 덤비를 자게 나오고. That must be good role you are.
So the Tashinchi they performed the Kerawan Gombodorje, which means the Malariba's disciple, the hunter, and his dog, and so forth.
칠견단 답지요래, 문바양 답지요래, 샤와양 답지요래.
So this hunter and his dog, hunting dog, and the deer.
마잠바게 때나라 덤비 한참 될게요.
Some people call this is the performance of the deer in 7th month. Some people call Ngombodorji. Ngombodorji is the name of the hunter.
Ngombodorji 탑디 갑라 ngogo lamani zonde jambaga tatang sidang sila junyu korang 그 나가 제스터 그거니 때라 쫀주지나 저다당 쫀주지나 그 첨라 보고요 말.
So when during the performance of this hunter Gombodorje, if this performing person, if he is skillful, he can criticize anybody from the top of the monastery, and anybody is people cannot take court. So this is a special time to criticize.
Kabri Tawado so Bishala Gauyo na Sajing na Tawaji Chera Gombodorjila Korang Shawa the Tongsonga Kajati Tadam Tong Masong then Tawa Sajing Natawaji Tixon Tawani Mingland and I love to do. The Peshala go do the Takoran strong now in Tagan to some Gong Ganga Jacob and do any a Peshakam can get the Tawata Soyan, not the Chinji.
So, for instance, if when he doing this performance, and then if someone he's searching for the deer, and so if someone say, "Have you seen the deer yet?" and he say, "I haven't seen deer yet, but I seen this kind of monk. He loves only money, and he take the money and this wealth is." Considered much more important than Dharma. Such and such monk, he can say with name and everything if he has that kind of know this kind of monk. Sometimes he say, "Oh, I haven't seen deer yet, but I saw such and such monk, and he broken the vows, and he not following the monastic rules, and he said these things." Sometimes he criticizes the high lamas.
Gombinang of Dadadi, Tusam Gongson Jida, Tamba Perkamandu, the Shologa Soni, Tombanang and Chamda, the Pesha Dini, Dogu, Tandala.
Sometimes he say, "I haven't seen the deer, but I saw such an lama, and he not holding the Dharma pursuits, and he not stay in monastery, and instead he go everywhere try to find more wealth and focusing on this."
Sanjijum then the Jabu Sayang Panda, the chimney bashon, the raptor Yori Yenayang Tango Lama Kaji, Tela Jamgar Gida, Corona Cardinal Kamba Jeff J. Ala Sopana. Tom you Dirk J. Ala Tela Babajini then do the Antanajini Chunji.
Sometimes he criticizes, say, Buddha Shakyamuni, he sacrificed his royal role and palace and everything, and for the Dharma practice. But nowadays, such and such Lama doing the opposite and cares about the worldly concerns and so forth.
Rimé
So this performance is difficult in monastery. So the Lavra monastery, they thought very carefully and skillfully doing that way. Even today, they're doing this. And also near the Lavra monastery, there's one Ngakpa monastery. Ngakpa means they are horse holders. The horse holder has monastery. This monastery, they made many other performance exist.
Oh yeah, that's a
So the 10 subjects in the Sakya monastery, then we talk some other too many.
Go at the county dog, each dog the gonna Ming Tang of to check in.
So the ninth is what is the best commentators or similar of that Panias. So these 5 patriarchs, Sakya, of course. So and then they think the most scholar for the sutra, they call 2 people. Rayaq is Yakton Sarjipal. Ron is Ronton Hipchak Krinjigrak, Kanzigmar. Hipchak Krinjik.
Yakton the Luina Chetang Kibachimbo Yimbi Motet Shaker, Lama Halioga. Machikandolan Chenin Jini, Saja Chong in the Dandigan, Lama Kintawati.
This Yakton Sanji, yeah. Yakton Sanji is not only just a scholar, but he's incredible renounced person, renunciation. And he whole life just sit one small place, very humble way. So now I'm going to talk only names because we take too long. So, and they say the most scholar to the Tantrayana, they say Ngor and Zong.
Oh yeah, tela Ngor Laviata Murchin Kangazambo Labior.
Ngor name, full name is Ngorchin Kangazampo.
Such a Ngor Gumbatom Dim Kandi.
The founder of the Ngor monastery.
Zong the body, Zomba Ganganam Jet.
Zong is a Zompa Kanganamja.
Zonker Gumba Dim Kandari.
The founder of the Zonkar monastery.
Oh, Tarangi Zomba Gumba go to Jason.
Today I forgot to introduce the Zompa monastery.
Motuji Homa, Maton.
Did he introduce the Zong monastery?
Zong
No.
Zongsare?
No. Zongsar, no.
Zongar Gumba Lhasa Gandam Layo.
This Zonkar monastery is near Lhasa.
Tandagal Hata Gamam Titan in Damran.
So it's just near the airport today, the Lhasa airport.
Zomba Ganga Namjer Corona Golanga, Otana Mambuji Yoma, Otana Motu did Zomba Dokonlando.
Oh, really? It is not so many branches monasteries. So they say Zongpa is very Nupa. Oh, really? So they said consider is Zongpa is a lot of performance and a lot of tantric powers.
Zongpa Ganga Namjar about one much of a yori.
Zongpa Ganga Namjar's reincarnation still continued.
Zongla Childurkum Diranda Tanda Koranso Tamumai by yori.
Also, the Zongpa they have a commentary of the Hevajra very special.
And in Murba Zongba Niki Karavina Childur Namjak on Chadikatazo Parcela Rigbag and Dandriji Dadi, Tiga Gabajari, Tubajari, and Pemabu chicken.
Also, the between Murpa and Zongpa, when the commentary of the Hevajra, they are competitive and they have some debate between.
Zongpa Pala Murpa Mari Nurbari Halabi.
Zongpa is told you are not. It's not Norpa. It's Norpa. Norpa means mistaken. They just saying this each other, but they don't have airways each other. So when they're doing debates, is the competition of the skill of the scholarship. It's not because they don't like each other. So when Gelugpas study and they debate inside monastery, there lot of debate, but they're not angry each other. So if anybody give a new logic, new reason is people respect and praise. Similarly, the Sakya, Ngorpa and Zongpa also they debate extensively. So when they debating, they tell each other, "Oh, you must be stupid. You must be idiot. You must be demon. You must be anything." They can say. In general, talking to each other, this is not so good, but this is a special way of special term custom. Even between the Sakya and Geluga, the debate is like that kind of very strongly and extensively. But still they have a student and disciple relationship, and they respect each other and admire each other. Therefore, if there's any debate, if people take it as like error and you dislike, and that kind of is mistaken.
그러나 뭐밤을 못 치당 파리라ftanya 그 소바식 친구 잡이요리.
So, for instance, Jim Mapam and Pari Lobsang Rafsar, they have a huge debate between.
저번에 판턴라 특배 맞다. 뚜보양 라비요리.
Sometimes they talk very how to say strong words they use in mostly Mapam didn't use it too much, but Farid Rafsar he used a very strong rude words. But then sometimes they praise each other.
So
Parirav said also, he said, Mapam, you are the best my discussion person. Perhaps the scholars have some loneliness because they don't have a deep discussion. A partner is not easy to find. So therefore, first they using regardless they using each other rude words or anything. Later they realize they are not normal person, so they like each other. So, in my perspective, everywhere in the world, the most scholars and intelligent people have some kind of loneliness and no many friends. So therefore, if they found somebody to understand you and someone is a similar level of you, and then they find is like you find the treasure.
Oh yeah.
What time? Yo.
It's 9:10.
Oh,
Really?
We go.
9:10. What do you mean 9:10?
It's 9:10. 10 past 9.
10 past 9. None.
Yeah, 9:10.
Oh, okay.
9:10. Oh,
But the Jinjasos.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay.
That's okay, no problem.
We're okay.
oh, yeah. 다 사게 그다 잠바 제가 모두 제가 쇼쇼. 다니니 따도 그쇼가 모두 놀기 제기.
So now we leave here the Sakya's other instructions. We're going to talk the viewpoint a little bit.
사게 그다 바람서 그 망나 터몽 마인 바다 이차 터몽 마인은 람디지.
So the Sakyapat, the most precious Peter's instruction and the text, of course, the Lamji.
남디가 ningi 참말 절단 ningi 하장 그 뽑아 친구다 나 친구 그거는 거라도 라비요리.
So Lamji, there's called Nyanjit Samabjirdan, which means 4 ways of valid oral transmissions. They are very proud about this.
냠린 담등 마인 바가 거라도 그 람디 그 스기 레리비엔데 신든이 장 접차 돈보 이원이 냠지 할리바 지자요는 그 샤바도 바가 그 단주연 자리.
So seems like they not just commentary, but they every single word and sentence they thought a long time, maybe carefully. So it seems like the final analyzation.
Shapa yoba chibu mayamba nyamlin ji. Nyamlin ji ni toba de jilan chong. Tani koran so pena lamdi to so shaki yore then tana song do.
So they say not only just study but practice and have the realization. After that, only teach the lamdi.
Dawati ni the lamdi ji yang ni tani lam sang pa mala lamdi lawa glisor sachala yo mari morbala tham tambo yo.
So a few months you study lamdi and then teach other people. There is no custom in Sakya and Murpa nobody.
Tani nyamni yang bu jini tani lamdi toba jela jini tani yang la shaki yo.
So they always say we practice a long time and then we had realization, then only we teach them. So the similar way the Chonongpa's Kalachakra is doing this way. So the Chonongpas, they've received the teachings of Kalachakra and they practice long time. First one they call Wangcho Manapa, which means the empowerment of the river not cease. First, they have to have received the empowerment, one type of the empowerment. Then after that, they have another empowerment called the empowerment or to the path. So the empowerment of the result seems like only get when they reach Buddhahood.
Oh, then Jelam go on the top news on the Sakya Badi Indian current of Yinjing Muni Yamarila, one of your Tanaya Tartilingo.
So as long as you have these two empowerment received, and then at least you have to every day you serve empowerment at least once you have to do every day.
Ramna Tsar Jela Lengi, Nona Tsar Sumri, Tama Tsarani, Shinta Tama in the Lanaki Lengi.
So best case they have to do 2 or 4 times a day, and the second best the third, and 3 times, and otherwise 2 times, and at least the once.
Sakya Badi in you the Chuka Tani Taria by the Chabi.
So as long as you are real Sakyapa, then you all day you have so many rituals every day. This is definitely. Compare that, then Nyamapas very relaxed seated in Zohua Chembo.
Tamong might be loving manager there, Tun, the Gatani, Sorata, Tanita Yamlin that the Lolunda.
They practice in common Guru Yoga, and then just prayer and Guru, and then just sit and relax.
Don't Jamali Sola. Tadalabi or a Tambaconi, young and Diva. Dini Jusamin the Doba Chimboyan, Dini Ha Tawa Tangun Tony Tingala, that than a Tarang Chocoyot, Tago Yang Lindi Dog de Lapio.
So Dzogchen said there is nothing to correct him. You just remind yourself to the view and then just sit there. Then you will reach enlightenment.
Kajiga Dzogchen La than the Chogatonji Mary did and the Terang Mari. Dzogchen of Lamin you talk to them go, Lamin and your Latin.
Some people think, oh, Dzogchen Baz have no rituals, but that's not true. There is rituals, but the main practices that they consider as a Guru Yoga.
Sakya in a Tidam Charmin Nam Yidida, the Choga Jima Chepa Jinkan, Choga Tigma Chepa Jinkan, Charmin Nam Digan Cantanayo.
So Sakyapas, they have 6 rituals a day, 4 rituals a day, that kind of approach. So compare the rituals longer and longer, compare each other. So the longer one, even one is 60 pages or in Tibetan. So nowadays, anybody teaching Lamdi, they definitely at least 3 every day. So the first 60 pages, then second is 20 pages, the last one 5-6 pages. They must down this. This is regardless how you busy, this you must done minimum. So because doing this, because every day you do this all the time, and then you receive self-empowerment, then you never affected by the broken root vows. So that's why this alone can reach Buddhahood. If it's a really stable and right motivation, perhaps the result is true. But if you just thinking this is kind of like pressure, or this is your duty, that kind of attitude, maybe it's difficult. So the second is they have to have unbroken, pure lineage. This one have their 4 categories. First, you practice. Second, you experience. As through the experience, you receive the blessing. So this through the blessing, you will have attainments. So the third is the third so the third is right order of your practices. So this is like when you while practice, you have problems or many other things, disorders come. You have to realize this all is becomes your path instead of obstacle. So the fourth is you satisfy with your inspiration. Which means like you kind of develop that kind of feeling. You completely satisfied, nothing's you looking for. How this become process is first you receive from the Lama and the teachings, and then you practice, and then you experience in each of them what is meant to be experienced, and through this then you realize, oh, this Lama is really in Latin bin. So then you have a kind of like zero doubt and completely satisfied.
Tala tang tandaga lamdi thoma vyangdi inanda lamdi gorum rao jenna to jetari.
So if you follow the orders, this is the 4 orders of the lamdi.
Tani thama vye thoma de la long thama la.
When they're talking about the chanma vye, the first one is long chanma, which means the valid teachings.
Tangbo sanji ji songbi mdo tang jidde la jibta tini xaba jidde ga tazo do tang jidde nda yabo jigre samni mda yang takbare samda di tela nishi jigre.
So first they analyzed all the sutra and tantras on the teachings, and then slowly you had confidence, developing confidence. One is the valid of the history.
Lama jipa lorji tang tanju li shongbi tenjang renjong ga nil glass wa tasola tusam jini taga adaba de la yang ichi zamo chegi yode.
So the teachings they studied carefully and practiced carefully, and through this also you got some confidence. The last one is the valid pita instruction.
Lama gang tabi manga tela sanji ga song nang yin jini kiba jini nyam so lang di ga zo nyam nyong de jini ichi jegi yode.
Whatever Lama teach you, you consider as a real Buddha taught, and then you, through this practice, and then you also develop some confidence.
Lami mangala teni, tanda ga nyamnyong chama deji, chama vye ga nang zhiwa ma ta jimi yo.
So then, through the Lama's pita instructions, you will get this valid experience. Sure.
Tani lamdi fche tanda ga nyamling ga rimba am lojong jeju rimba da wala ta fchenna nangsam dang jesam deji ti rimba da yo.
So if we think in the general and the lamdi, you have nangsam dang jesam, 3 appearances and 3 strings.
Nimjong chepa matak na wi chat dini tangbo nimjong chia kar dina nimjong chewi chet tanda matak wi na wi chat deji yo.
First, for the renunciation, the teaching about the impurity. So then, for developed special motivation, the teaching about the purity.
Rasam chiba la tamong dang tamong mai ba ni jini tamong ba de ngang zu sha tin jo de sim ji ju da rang.
So this one have 2 categories. One is common and uncommon. The common is the about bodhicitta, related bodhicitta.
Tamong mai ba de da ga dina adorji thakwi lam nyam su lang ni te la ni shi je jen da de.
So the uncommon is you practice in Vajrayana path, so then you develop some confidence.
So
if we talk the whole completion of Vajrayana path, then there is no reason have these 3 strings. So therefore, in my perspective, these 3 is seems like 3 strings, means that 3 about Vajrayana is more in general instruction, and the history seems like not the everything about the Vajrayana.
Tani tanda tabi nangwa tela 老三七八马民众七八马当当的老三七娘技能话的这个是。
There is a experiential visionary.
对了，大长期各种个用的拉松吧，长期使用的他妈的我自己，对了，三路当年出生基用的，他说他长期通的公路，他们买吧就了这个有的，对没有啥的。
So when you the qualities of the Buddha's speech, mind, body, and then from this you got some kind of realization.
上级各种的用的没得白讲，没得别嘛用的啦，个人的你是吃不见的，等你就了，头那伢比做吃不见的这个。
So this is the Buddha's the body, speech, mind qualities is limitless. So this limitless quality, and you realize it, and so then you from this realization you have incredible inspiration developed.
这个咱们的节什么？但你俺搞笑了，咱们的节都什么的就啥的。
So then then you reach the Tantrayana path. Then you have these three continuity strengths.
当不啦节这个有的，你把啦塔节这个有的。
First one is the strength of the causes, and the second is strength of the methods. So the last is the continue of the result.
根据节的个什么那么了，要比两三年不得的，就这个过年那么样那他的有的嘛，都等你的那个有的。
So the first the continuity of the causes is the Tathagata regardless how you identify Tathagata is different, but regardless this is the Tathagata.
So the quantity is our most only most only the
So the main view is they have to realize inseparable of samsara and nirvana, and through this you understand in the Tathagata.
你把塔节的就是塔不让个你塔节这个有。
The continuity of the methods is the body is body methods. Method of body.
但往这个忙了，顶到的我让做另外一什当跟一个把容易塔的。
So these four initiations through the body, we have to some degree of understanding, experience the Tathagata. Right.
他跟你的那些，他跟你鸟毛鸟一个那个讲就会有啥的。但这个
This the this the alaya.
Alaya.
Yeah, some effect through the alaya.
他三节把个真的那黄狼的都叫没把它打上来，另外有什么个把它打起。
So always such as receiving empowerment all the time. The purpose is the purify the body, speech, and mind.
Each stage they're receiving empowerment.
Yes.
And then a little bit more stage, more empowerment, like that.
More? What do you mean?
Like stage, many empowerments each time.
Each time, which each?
Got to higher stage and more empowerments.
Oh.
Yeah, higher.
Yeah, let me arrange to so the
Many empowerments.
So the reality maybe become more.
他对咱们这个本来 nhưng mà cái chuyện trừ tăng nó quan trọng tăng sai cái chuyện trừ là sao mà đã đi rồi.
So there is a little bit different way of explain Kaju Nyama Sakya.
Giờ chúng ta đang thấy cái sao nó gồng bát nó vậy na, còn là hai giờ sáng mang bút trên gom cái yêu tăng, cho cái gì bảo tung cái yêu tăng, tới số sáng mà tới số năm chỉ sáu sáu cái chế tới go cái yêu đấy, sáu cái yêu đấy.
So according to the Taranatha, he said you visualize many deities and especially many hands and that kind of extensive deities. Why we do this? Because accumulation merits. If you want to connect with innate your primary wisdom, and then you just practice simple deity or simple practice is enough.
Sakya will link down in na Lamdi Chitoba Jilla Marchi Barto Lamdi Tani Chenya Biotama.
So according to Sakyapa, enter you had realization of the Lamdi. Enter then you cannot stop practice Lamdi. As much as many times is received as best.
Lamdi Chitoba Jilla Chida. Dorji babla bzerji diyor. Ta som jong tharni jizni ta rang dang ngo emin de chakang wari tani ta domba ta yerjana chako yo sari samtamde.
So there's if they continue practice and then sometimes they call Vajra wave you receive something like that, and after that probably you can leave the rituals. The meaning is the Vajra wave is really the fourth empowerment experienced.
Oh, tata indi. Sang marji bar da lamdi chapa mi padina tonji chapa mi gosari dana tsuk inji mani dongo da yo samari samtamde.
Okay. So enter the Buddhahood. Of course, you have to continue practice, but that practice could be many other forms where maybe not exactly same form.
So
when we reach the normal learning part, of course, you don't have to do anything. That is agrees all the Sutra Tantra, everyone saw. Sakya cannot have exception.
Oh yeah. Ta tetam jijit ari. Dewa.
Ari.
Dewa. Tan kondi mi kata wala so wala sana ngara so yang ti so yo di ku twalang.
So we maybe live here today, and we can discuss more this Korindia Yermit. This is the main viewpoint is inseparable of samsara and nirvana. So this we can discuss maybe another time a little bit.
Oh yeah, tani jibi chachu da. Jibi chachu party ni chat sasong.
It seems like I already taught that what is the unique of the lineage.
Sakya korang yenda nganjir mayamba shinjir so jingang nganjir tang shinjir nyanga so anika da nyamni jeju to yang sakya bi chachu chi.
The one of unique quality of Sakya, they mainly practice the new translation of Tantra, but also they not live completely the old way, Nyingma way. They practice both. That is a unique quality.
Kongo dongjilla korang to sanji ngurun de shinda wo yani ti merjit de la tabache jo ta korang to chachu chi.
The Khun family, they really consider is like a real Buddha. So this family land, they consider like this very high respect, this very special, unique quality.
Certain go pogi chujin thangma ga rangli tangma go de rangli sur kang kang na ta tangma go lab kari dana tela tangden tambo yung kan ji yang sa che.
So in general, any Tibetan traditions, they always say they have to be very clear, clean, their own traditional practices. But they very strongly rules and strict regulations is more Sakyapa. There's any new ways to practice is almost impossible in Sakya tradition.
Jiddi Maharashya di songni jikko shatang yinna yangda, shenkurku kotang yinna yangda, peri yinna korang tu ranglik to naglik to takarang rogo jitame.
Given instructions of commentary or making mandalas physically or anything, they never accept any new ways. They have to be exact what traditionally done.
Sakya gumba dagbu mang che shu to kare dena honji tamri da yo ne marji tamri da yo kan parchit na ji yo.
So also another unique feature is that Sakyapas, the leaders of the monastery or those things, usually they some had relation with a high hierarchy of family land, that kind of.
However,
in these 20-30 years, they have big changes.
From the
Zongsar Shatra college, there's many campos developed, nothing to do with the family hierarchy. They have this Zongsar Shatra in Tibet and India, both they have this kind of developments. Also, especially that the former Sakya Tenzin, the senior one, and he pay big attention and appreciate this new campus. So nowadays, then these authorities becomes this high educated campus and this not a lot of the hierarchy of families. So the biggest change in Sakya tradition today is this. Now I'm going. I finished all the Sakya teaching today, and thank you for the listening, the patience. I also thank you for all you have a great patience. But also, of course, we are very fortunate to receive these teachings. We should be overjoyed, not something hard to tolerate.